So, why do people give up making videos or pursuing their passion on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram? Why is it? Is it because it got too hard or because they're not getting attention? What is it? And what make feel become successful or what feel the ignition, the driver, the fire, the soul in their being? What make them keep going? Oftentimes you know that life will throw you stones, life will throw you rocks, right? But what make people get back up again? Is it because of grit, the courage to do the things that they don't want to live with regret, or because their back is against the ball? What is it? What make them? Because people believe that in order to live their dream, in order to create the dream that they want to live, meaning that they need capital. People think that in order to start YouTube, they're gonna get a job because if they don't have money, how can they start um, creating the dream that they have? Because that's unrealistic. But think about this: whether you don't have a job or not, you should start anyway, regardless of your fear. They make a couple video, but they stop. Why? Because they have to believe within them that they need a job to do that. You don't need to do anything but start. But let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I always don't feel really good about. I'm not good as great that I can be in my mind, in my world, inside. I'm not good. I always hold myself back in when I do martial arts because I like it for the art. I don't want to use violence to hurt other people. That's not what martial arts is for. Um, I hated when I had plateau in martial arts and I would have to reignite my passion again. So back, because when you have passion for it, when you have love for it, when then you will do it regardless of the hard days, right? Um, and there's so many things that led to you being great, right? So I remember back in trade school or boarding school, I came home from summer school, right? And uh, I trained my brothers because I brought the teaching from the Hanfut school, the Kung Fu school at home a long time ago when I was a kid, and I train them and I teach them how to do horse stance, cat stance, all the Kung Fu martial arts style. And during the summer, I would tell them to like help me spar, right? Sparring, and then come at me twice. Oh my god. So I would go to back to boarding school or trade school, and my reflex would be good, right? When my friend punched me, I can notice, right? And I remember we were in a lock a, locker lock no my friend room, right? And I was sparring. So we had three of my friends in there, and my friend came at me and we were sparring, and then my two friends were watching us sparring, and then one of my friend came at me, and I kicked him in the knee, right? And he told me that I could have I almost break his knee or twisted it or whatever because I actually kick it really hard. So it's the same thing. And during the culinary arts time, I remember my friend videotaped this. I love my friend, I miss him, but he videotaped where my other friend he came at me because we were outside at that time. We were in the bar. There was, I guess, two backyard of the culinary arts. The backside, right, is near to the girl dorm and the newbie dorm. So my friend would fight. I mean, my friend and I would like spar with each other, but I got scared to get in trouble. Funny how I get scared of getting in trouble. I don't like to break. I don't. You gotta break the rules inside the school, okay? But I would fight him, and the teacher would come, and I noticed he coming at me, so I used the kick and block it. That's the time my reflex was really high. And what does this mean? It means that you. So why am I telling you this story? Well, why some people can uh, what make people have their soul on fire? What's that? What make them their eyes lit up when they're going after their dream? Why do they keep going when they face a rejection, a no, or like something happened in their life, but why they have the ability to pick up the back? What make them do that? I think it has to do with, for me, I wanted to change not just the world, but to change something that I've been trying to change for a long time, and that's whether it's the metaphysical, psychic, law of attraction, spiritual, martial arts. Um, it started to slowly change, but I wanted to, because I got frustrated, right? Because I listen to a lot of people in combination. When you have a combination, a lot of people advice, and you start to see something that can change within these community, that could push the boundary within their limits to what they know, because sometimes what they know could hold them back. And my friend who want to do the things that he wanted to do, but he told me, and I keep telling him just do it, but he's afraid because he said it had to be the money, um, and he don't have, and and then and he telling me all these fear that he have, and I was like, but the only way to know is to put out the video, to put out. You don't know. Most people wait for the viral thing, right? Most people try to do the viral fucking shit thing, right? And for me, what make me keep going, because I want to change something, to change the status quo within the spiritual community, the law of attraction community, because I realize I have the ability to do that. Because sometimes they're not right. Sometimes they look, I haven't experienced that close to spirituality, okay, then most people would think you're crazy, right? But that does not mean I will side with you. That means I must disrupt something that I think is wrong, right? That sometime that you need to realize that sometimes it's holding you back, the fear, the doubt, everything that holds you back. So let me tell you a story why people don't go after their dreams. When I was working at Sakura, a Japanese restaurant, my manager, I love him to death. Even though sometimes people, because he's a nice guy and he would treat people nice, and I love him for that. Sometimes when I make mistake and I disrupt something, but for me, he's the awesomest manager of all time. That's why I love him. Like he doesn't know that I love him, but I love him. Not to be gay, but for me, right? He told me this, that he was good at everything, like billiards. I try billiards. It's cool, but it's not one of my passion. I don't do it. Like he tried everything. He's like, yeah, I'm not good at everything. It's not because you're not good at everything. It's because you don't have drive and heart into it. So it's like this, right? What make you good at one thing is because you suffer because of it. You push through the hard time because you know you're gonna have obstacle, right? So it's like, for me, back when I was in 2012, 2011, I was learning from Wing Chun, and then I was learning doing Zippo tricks and the butterfly knife, right? Just to do the trick. But those Zippos and the butterfly knife was cool, but I didn't have passion for it. It just ignite for me to learn it. But I didn't want to be great at it because I don't need to. That's not what I don't want. But for Wing Chun, I keep going even if I fail, right? I keep going to learn it, because I notice patterns, right? There's similar, like once you learn an art, like a kung fu art, you notice patterns within within different style of martial arts, whether it's Hung Gar, Charlie Fought. They're just system, damn name it. Charlie Fought, Kung Fu, and you start to notice pattern because when I learned Wing Chun, it broke everything down how the Wing Chun style of fighting can incorporate into my what I learned from the Hun Fut school, a style, right? And I noticed pattern within this, and I said, oh shit, this is cool. So I keep learning it, and even though if I fail, I keep learning. It pissed me off, but I keep learning. So when you make your dream happen, it's because you do it because you love it. But you think that it can help you change, it can help other people change, but you do it because there's no other way to live that life. Because you either, I remember my friend said, you either, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? I remember Elliot Host said in his video, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So, damn if you don't do it, your life gonna suck anyway, right? And those messages for my friends that whether regardless you're not gonna do it, it's gonna eat at you, man. It's gonna eat you your whole life if you don't do it. You're gonna have a fucking regret that you're afraid that you the greatest moment of your life is trying and doing. That's why Master Yoda, he said don't try, do. If you don't do it, who's gonna live your dream, my friend? Who's gonna tell you at the end of your life you're gonna say, damn, I wish I listened to Johnny. I wish I listened to my friend. I don't do it for to be an asshole. I do it because deep down, because I love you, man. I care about you enough to say, you know what, I'm frustrated. The reason why I do things, why I care, because I care too much sometimes, right? I remember my manager. My manager said, why do I always do these things? You know why? Because he's a good human being. Because he cares. Do you know why I wanted to disrupt the law of attraction and the spiritual community and the metaphysical? Because I care too much. Because people suffer because of the information that is given. People suffer because of the wrong information that is given to them. And that is why people don't do it. Because you have peaks and valleys when you're on the road of your dreams. The dream that you're gonna have are yours. And you're gonna have to conquer that fear whether you like it or not. We all have to face that. I don't care. You live with yourself and you will deal with that for the rest of your life. And you're afraid to do it because maybe someone else already done it. Just like the law of attraction. Everybody do the law of attraction. But it's time we need change. And change must happen. Right? Regardless what you feel, just put it out. I don't care. Do you know, my friend? I get criticized because the video or the content that I put out, because people think that they assume that is the right thing to do, because they think they know everything. But matter of fact, that's what keeps most people from living the dream, because of the fucking fluff that is in the occult, the alchemy, the spiritual. That's what keeps people stuck in the first place, because they're afraid and they resist to change. Right? So, what makes people change? Because they resist it. Their experience hold them back. Sometimes when you have enough experience and when you see shit, it holds you back. It's time to spread your wings and fly, my friend. It's time. I'm making this video for you. It's time. Right? The problem with this is when you love it, you're gonna go through the hardship, even though you don't feel like it. When nobody's standing at your side and rooting you, that's when you need to be your best friend and best cheerleader and best fan, right? Because you're gonna have shit on you, my friend. That shit is real. What you gonna do? Let life pass you by and not tell a great story? But because you are telling a story, you're leading your life. You are the most important person in the game. The character. You know how like people play games? They are the character and they're the leading role. Right? From true crime, I remember back in the day, I used to play GTA, True Crime, right? Because my friend introduced that to me. And I love it. I love GTA, Vice City, and True Crime. But I was the leading role of that. So everybody who played the game are the leading role. And choosing what to do and what not to do. They're the character. They are the god that control the avatar. So if you get to control that, why don't you take the controller of you're the remote controller of your life, and you're pressing the button to control the character, and you are the character. You're putting the buttons, meaning you're making decision within your brain. And whether you do this shit or not, it's on you. You get to say, did I do this because did I make the good decision or not? Did I do this because I was afraid to do what is necessary for my life? Or I didn't do it because I was afraid, right? That's pretty much it. I want to talk about dreams. You don't, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Damn if you do, you're gonna live an exciting life. Damn if you don't, you have to deal with you. You get to choose your dream. You get to choose to slay the dragon or not, because you still have to slay the dragon regardless or not, right? Whatever that dream shit is for you, you still have to deal with it every single fucking day, because every time you wake up, you're gonna hate your life. You wake up and say, "Damn, I wish I could have done that," but I waste my time doing the shit that doesn't make me happy. You get to choose, my friend. That's it I got today.